like to welcome you to our opera Gala. Because of the way that the music is set up, I don't have a microphone. So I hope at the back you can hear me. I think it's more important that you hear the opera singers and that you hear the musicians that we tonight. So really a big warm welcome. Thank you for giving up your good time for this wonderful occasion. We're really excited to be hosting this event once again. Unfortunately, it wasn't possible over the last few years due to all the COVID restrictions. But we are back and we are looking forward to a wonderful evening of quality professional music. It is important to take a moment to fund our new music academy. For those who don't know, last week we officially opened a full music academy across the street, Kruger Street. The vision is to provide quality music, group and individual lessons for a range of music instruments, both practical and theory work. And we wish Mr. Smith and Ms. Hurd every success in the Music Academy. I think an academy on the East Rand has been long overdue, and we're very excited to announce the opening of it last year. Very warm welcome to Mr. Lebokoman Charlie, Executive Director of ISASA. We are very privileged to have Mr. Manchali here this evening. Mr. Manchali has a very busy schedule, and having a very special, he's a very special personal friend of mine. Mr. Manchali and I spent some time over in New York, where we got to know each other quite well. And as independent schools, a number of schools that went over to New York to put the best foot forward in terms of the quality that South Africa has. Sometimes overseas, they think that they know everything. But we were there to tell them some things that we know and that we could teach people overseas. And my particular presentation with a number of schools has to do with ethos and with charity and real charity. Charity in many countries is if you give some money, you engage in charity. And in South Africa, one of the things that we brought across is we live in such a world where we can have a private school like this, and a squatter camp not even 1 kilometer away, and a school down the road where the kids don't have food. And real charity is how these schools engage with the community around us and how we look after everybody. So it's very interesting. But I thank ISASA for that experience, and I thank Mr. Manjari for giving all his time and coming here, and I hope you enjoyed the performance. Now let's give him a round of applause. I'd like to just also welcome Mr. Chamboko, who is our chairman of the board, Mr. Matthijssen, our vice chair, and chairman of our finance committee, and all of our board members. We thank them for their support, and more importantly, for their significant sponsorship to make tonight possible. Our Board of Governors donated 100,000 to this event, so we really need to give them a round of applause. I'd like to welcome all of our guests, our teachers, our family, our friends, and everyone in the audience. Thank you very much. I was just chatting just now about how difficult it is to get people to turn out to cultural events, and how easy it is to get them to turn out to sporting events. And this was our aim, to fill the hall of a cultural event on the East Rand in Boksburg, and we've done that. So give yourselves all of that. I'd like to welcome our musicians, our choirs, our professional opera singers, and all of our esteemed guests. Our main performers, Zelani Nopalpet, our baritone, Zabisa Shole, our tenor, Neville Smith, our baritone, and we're featuring Andries Aldrich, our baritone, Rufewe Mafoto, our soprano, and Lerato Mopakeng, our soprano. Of our professional singers, so that you know, 3 of them are on our staff. And that's really wonderful. our chorus, and also entertainment and the St Dominic School Choir. Welcome. Our accompaniments, the Hartford Adult Orchestra, our conductor, Neil Smith, and all of our musicians, of which some are myself. Thank you very, very much. And part of our music academy. So, yes, to a wonderful evening. And then we are also privileged to have tonight some esteemed guests as well. Kalebi Maleti from the Quality Council for Trade and Occupation, Ushi Rakali, Department of Sports and Culture, Maria Spenter, Department of Education, Zunga Tami, Tshwane University of Technology, and our delegated international relations, representatives from the High Commission of Trinidad and Tobago, as well as our principals from other schools, and our management from visiting schools. So I hand over to Mrs. Kelly for housekeeping matters.
Thank you, Mr. Loring. It falls to me just to go through. I'm going to be as quick as possible because I know that we are here to listen to music. But in terms of your experience here this evening, I do need to go through a few housekeeping rules and audience etiquette, especially as we probably haven't had the privilege of being at a live performance for quite a while, some of us. So we strive to make your experience at this Gala concert a wonderful and enjoyable one. But we do need your cooperation in this regard. There are a few things I need to mention to create and maintain a quiet and magical atmosphere that is created by a live performance, where the focus is on the performers. This will leave you feeling that you have been transported into another world. So, no taking of photos will be allowed, or videos, please. We do have a professional videographer doing a recording. It is actually here illegal, and also to not have a flash camera or a cell phone during the performance, because this is very distracting to your fellow audience members and to the performers. And we please request right now that you turn off your cell phones before the start of the concert, which will begin in minutes. If you are on call and you need to have your phone on silent, we understand that, but if you do need to take a call urgently as an emergency, we would ask that you wait until an applause moment and quietly make your way to the back and only begin taking your call as far as possible from the front doors. Thank you very much. Talking of applause, please feel free to show your appreciation for the performances in the form of enthusiastic applause, but because of the nature of this very grand occasion, we would like you to not add shouting or whistling to your appreciation applause. Lovely, polite, enthusiastic applause is quite sufficient. Thank you very much. And then just one or two more before I introduce our maestro for the evening. The doors will be closed, but I think we need to keep them open on one side. It's very hot in here. So once the performance is underway, please, you are not ready. We don't really want you to be wandering in and out, which I'm sure you won't, because you will be mesmerized by the performance. So we are very glad that you will be waiting in your seats. If you do need to leave urgently for any reason, then please, obviously, at the time of the applause, that will be good, and there is somebody at the back to usher you in and out. And no food or drink will be allowed into the hall, even after the interval. Thank you very much. And then finally, almost, for your comfort and convenience, there are ladies and gents inside the hall, well, just outside the back doors of the hall. Ladies first, which is most unusual, and then gents second. And then, as you will see, the program, because Mr. Smith, our MC and conductor for the evening, will actually introduce, very interestingly, each item. He is a supremely gifted conductor and opera singer, and he is head of our newly established music academy. This evening of opulent music you're about to enjoy is actually his brainchild. So without
anybody to actually make me talk or stop. However, this evening I'm going to make sure that I do this as little as I can, so that we can actually get to the music. So I am going to be, because this is one thing about the performances here at St Dominic. When we do opera concerts, the first thing that we know is that people don't really understand what opera is, and because I know by myself, I remember before I even got into the field, I used to think that classical music is music for vampires and serial killers, because that's the only time you actually hear that in music. So, just to break that ice, I'm going to be introducing each and every song so that you can actually have an idea exactly what it is that we're singing about and what is the whole ambience. And yeah, I know you're going to enjoy it. It's going to be very musical, very beautiful, and also educational. Thank you for being here. Enjoy. I'm going to start with a complaint. What you're going to hear now. Okay, I'm worried about that because this is actually definitely going to compromise the sound. I don't know if maybe someone can help me with the recording. So these people that you see here, they're just about to complain a whole lot because the first piece that you're going to do is from an opera called Don Pasquale. And what happens here is these are all the servants and all the butlers and like all the servants. The cardinals, the people who watch the dish, because they work for the Jew, the guy called Don Pasquale, the Don. So this guy is the grumpiest, like in the history of opera, this is the grumpiest guy you can ever get in the history of opera. Don Pasquale. So now they're complaining about how grumpy he is and how. So the name of the song is Che interminabile andirivieri. So it's like the endless ups and downs that they actually go through. And while they're saying that, they're actually happy about the situation that is happening because for a change, Don Pasquale decided to actually get a new girlfriend. He's very old, like in his 70s, and he decided to get a 24-year-old girlfriend. And she is frustrating him to bits. So they're actually happy about it. So they will be laughing and stuff like that. So that's the song is all about that. Hope you enjoy it.
Terminabile
Then at this point in time, this is where I change roles. Because coming next is a song of the Matador. Those who do not know who the Matador are, those know the people who fight the bulls. Now, this one is actually not even a Matador, this is a Toreador. This is like the one who fights the most difficult bulls in Spain. It is a French opera, but it's just set in Spain, so that's why the song is actually in French, and it's called the Toreador. Listen, when you hear the song, you recognize the tune, and it moves you. Go for it. Because I know you're going to recognize it. This is a popular song, and I'm going to ask Mr. Moase to come and conduct what I quickly run on stage. And I think this would be the best way to actually introduce the whole music so that I actually sing and do my part and get done with it the you want. understanding that you are actually in a Catholic school, we are just about to remind you, because the next song is one of the most beautiful prayers ever written in an opera. It is from an opera written by a gentleman called Giuseppe Verdi. He is like the king of opera. So this is from... Oh! No. Before we get to the prayer, remember those people who were complaining? Remember those people who were complaining about that old grumpy guy on Pasquale? You are now going to, you're just about to meet him, and he's coming in, and just at that moment where he's supposedly very good friend, Dr. Malatesta. Well, those who understand Italian will know that male means not working, testa is here, Malatesta. And Dr. Malatesta is like trying to, because everyone is like tired. Everyone is just tired with his grumpiness. So now he's the one who's actually introducing him to the doctor's younger sister. She actually married him, and then after that they know that she's going to give him so much stress just to straighten him up. So welcome on stage. We're going to call Mr. Olenio Feld to sing Un poco insolito. I feel like a 21-year-old, like I can see all the bambinos here, all the children, so it's super exciting. Please turn up to me.
Thank you.
for one of our students to come and sing meditation. It's this song actually has something like his song. It actually involves two composers. Johann Sebastian Bach actually wrote the tune. I think you know the tune. You will actually hear it and you recognize it. And then Charles Gounod, a French composer, actually had the tune. Loved it so much he decided that, you know what, he's actually going to take a prayer and put it to the music. And this is how those two composers came together to produce this. I think this is one of the like them. Thomas, one of our students, who's actually part of the Music Academy, and like I said, you will actually hear things what we do there. And yeah. And oh, by the way, you can still join. We take others as well. Congratulations on this move again, because she's recently been appointed permanently as our staff administrator. to sing a song from La Porta del Destino. La Porta del Destino. So, if you've never watched an opera, the best introduction is watch something like La Porta del Destino. Some of the most beautiful music was ever written is actually in that opera. So, this is game with the stage to sing La Vergine degli Angeli. then from there, out of church, straight to go. Then how do you describe the wet love puppy you've ever seen in life? It's this guy. What happens in this opera? This guy's like desperately loving this woman, but you know, the love and courage, they are always inversely proportional. The more the love you have, the less courage you have. So the guys got no courage at all. So like, you know the title is that type. So he meets this doctor, Dr. Durkamar, who actually eventually cons him into selling him wine, bottle actually, and he says, this is actually the last potion. You drink this, all the women are going to fall for you. So eventually he drinks that. Now because he's drunk, he does not even think of anything. Now he's got that courage. And then he goes to that woman, and that woman actually says, hey, let's go out. So he really believes that actually, I drank the last potion. So, but this is the part where he's just sitting there lamenting. How am I ever going to actually even smile at that woman and expect something in return? So they'll cry for love. I'm going to introduce where's the laptop? The Taniso. He's a bit shy to come out. Okay, then it comes something very special. This is the, we all know Beethoven, right? That guy actually wrote only one opera, the only opera he did. It's about a woman whose husband is in jail, and she's very courageous, and she actually goes into jail and literally breaks her husband out of jail. So, yeah. So we're going to welcome another staff member who has recently appointed permanent as a teacher here, to actually come sing all the edition from Beethoven's only opera. Thank you. And actually, that concludes our first half of the concert. So, but definitely note, because I think, like when you perform, you have a problem, especially the violin, they lose the voice. So, not to have the voice for the violinist. So, we're going to have a 30-minute interval, and we will come back. The second half, I'm going to start by introducing a very good friend of mine, whom, and I have to mention this, when I call him last minute, Andries Eldrich is always there, eager to just jump in like he did now with this concert. And then there was an issue with the music and stuff like that. And then when we have wonderful problems, this is one of them. Now, he will be accompanied by one of the legends in music, Mrs. Perry Jeffrey, and they are going to perform some enchanted evening. Du statt meine Träume sein. Wien durch mein, yes, that. I actually, it's so sad because this song is actually in my repertoire. I've sung this song, but now I have to introduce it. Then it's one of the most beautiful pieces of music. The city Vienna. I just want to explain why this song came about. Vienna, like now, the way Dubai is, with vibe. Everyone wants to go to Dubai. Back in the days, everyone wanted to go to Vienna. That's why people like Mozart, Haydn, all the greatest composers, all the performers wanted to see themselves in Vienna because it was like the center of performance, particularly classical music. And now that actually pushed that city to actually be, even today, one of the most beautiful pieces of land in the entire world. It is so beautiful. So Wien nur du allein durch meine Stadt, meine Träume sein. It said, Vienna, you are the city of my dreams. So you can actually understand, even with the music, the music will just paint a picture of how beautiful that city is. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Andries Eldrich on stage.
So stellt die Stadt meinen Träumen ein.
Okay, and then at this point in time, I'm going to call on stage two of our learners to come and play Vivaldi's flute concerto. A concerto is a music that is written for one instrument and with the orchestra backing it up. So, realizing that we have two brilliant students, I was asked to actually arrange it into two flutes. And just a little story there. After I actually arranged this piece, I've never had it until today when we rehearsed, and I was like, wow, I actually did that. So I was actually proud of myself, because like really, I was really surprised that it actually worked. Because I just wrote. I was like, yeah, you know what? It looks like it's gonna sound good. And then when they actually played today, it sounded beautiful, and I was like, yes, you know what? We are definitely getting somewhere. So I'm going to call upon Leah and Taylor. They are both playing flute, like I said, and they are accompanied by their teacher, Mrs. Penny, who's actually another teacher at St. Dominic's. Talent is galore here. You actually have to recognize that talent is galore. Yes. So we actually took the second movement from the flute concerto. They're playing the second movement from that concerto. Okay.
Then immediately after that, we're going to call another student of ours, Karabo, who's going to sing a song from a musical West Side Story, Somewhere. No, the song is called Somewhere. Not that she's... I just had to make sure that you understand. So the song is called Somewhere. It's from the musical called West Side Story. Yeah. Somewhere. I'm gonna count it for. Yeah. Four. I'll tell you a secret. She sings way better than that. I think it's the next, but she sings way better than that. You have no idea. I remember she actually surprised us this other day. Mr. Lauren, remember we did Shrek, the school production Shrek, and then she just came there as Fiona. And there comes little Karabo and singing. And then comes the dress rehearsals. All of a sudden, everyone was like, literally everyone actually stopped, and then we actually forgot that we are actually in the production. Like, Mr. Smith, we're waiting. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so she has got one of the most beautiful voices ever. And then we are going to welcome back Tabiso to sing an aria from an opera, Tosca. I just want to explain quickly what's happening here. Actually, we were discussing this with the orchestra. This is one, I hate conducting this with a passion. It's one of the most complicated pieces of music to conduct. But anyway, we survived, and you're still breathing, so we're fine. So in the story, Tosca, what happens is this guy, this poor guy, is actually in love with a lady, and now there's this guy, this mean guy who actually happens to be the general of the police, actually the army back then, and so he's also in love with Cavarados's girlfriend now. So what he does is, just to spite him, he actually throws him in jail, and just to get rid of him. And then, so in this area, that's where he says, Lucia van Lester is just talking about looking at the stars. And so he's like lamenting because really he does not deserve to be in jail. He's just in jail because someone loves who he loves. And eventually what happens is, trying to save him, she ends up stabbing that guy, and then he dies. And then now while the police are looking for her, and then she just goes to a cliff, and then she just throws herself down there. So it's actually one of the very tragic operas. So this is the part where the guy is like there in jail, writing a letter to her to say, you know what, sorry, Bebeza, this is the end. There's nothing I can do. You see where I am. Yeah, it's over, it's over. So yeah, very sad song, but please don't cry yet. We'll give you time later to do that. Mr. Shole, this is, Like, I don't know, but I think prison actually really affected his. Okay. Next is, okay. Oh, and then next, we're going to do the Pirates of the Caribbean. Next is Pirates of the Caribbean, yes. Next, we're going to call upon our steel band. This is just one of the extramurals that we give here at St. Dominic's, steel band. We do have marimbas and a whole lot of other things. This is just to give you a taste. We spoke about the music academy. Then you can actually hear that, these children. But you see, there's that thing, that useless thing called the extramural. I just want you now to understand how important we think extramurals are and how much effort we actually put in there. So this group recently played at the 60th independence celebration at the High Commission of Trinidad and Tobago. And I have to say, when I'm there, I'm the only staff member who's standing there listening to our learners doing something like that, and just the pride. And unfortunately, there's no one else I can share this with. So I had to bottle this and bottle this and bottle this. And so I decided that, I'm actually going to share this with the world. I'm going to, since our concert is recorded, they have to play. People actually have to hear how high the standard is here at St. Dominic. So welcoming the steel band. Okay, and then here's the secret. And then this song, I arranged with the orchestra, and I think it was 22 hours ago. No, 24 hours. Yeah, 22 hours ago. I actually finished the arrangement, and we just tested it now. It actually works, so I'm super excited. Oh, it's the theme from Pirates of the Caribbean. You know this. Listen, you want to tilt your head and feel free. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my steel pen. Then we're just going to have a little breather as they have to put back their steel pens and set up again for the choir. So just a few minutes and then we'll be back with the program. Okay, so we're going to do an African song, so you're not playing anything. Yeah. So, a little story. Actually, I need to go on stage for this little story here because I would love to actually perform with them. Once upon a time, in the Eastern Cape, and this is actually a true story, there was a young girl, 15 years old, called Nongauze, who actually, Nongauze, yeah, I got it, Nongauze. So, she actually had a vision, she actually had a dream, like a prophecy of the white people coming in to destroy everything. And then she actually went to the elders and said, this is the vision that I heard, that I had, and then this is going to happen and stuff like that. And then the people the elders that came to me in the dream said, we have to destroy all the crops, kill all the cows, like everything, all the wealth that we have, we must destroy it. This is the only way we can actually make sure that these people who are invading, they don't have any interest and they just stay away. And obviously, because of the way she described the people that were in her vision, she described people that at her age, she was not even supposed to know, and she described them to the T. That's why elder people actually believe that this is actually true, and then eventually they destroyed everything and stuff like that. And this actually led into famine, and a lot of people died of poverty, basically. So this is a song of the then Xhosa people, now accusing her of coming with this dream. Now everything is gone because of your dream. So it's the song that is actually sung to Nongauze. Thank you. So you'll follow the movement, ne? We're gonna do it together, ne? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The next one is actually one of the most beautiful arias written by a Russian composer. You know, we in the history of music, we always had that problem that some of the most beautiful music, is it, or is it Czech? Oh, thank you. Yes, Czech. Yeah. So sometimes you get this like boring opera. And then all of a sudden, in that mess, you get this beautiful piece of music. That's why sometimes you only recognize one piece of music in the entire 3 hours of performance. But fortunately, this is actually just one of those areas, and it's called Song to the Moon. You know it. At some point in life, you heard it. That's how popular it is. And on stage, let me sit down. On stage, I'm going to call back Miss Mofokeng to sing Song to the Moon. So, is that thing on it? Okay. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Technical error, load shedding. So, yeah. And it's so sad that she only gets paid once. Sorry, Mr. Loring. Okay. And then there's an opera written by Charles Gounod. It's called Faust. What happens in the opera is that the devil himself went on vacation and decided to come on earth and cause havoc. So he targeted this one particular city. And then he found this young, pure lady called Marguerite. And then he was like, this is one of my targets. So now there's this, her brother, Valentine, is in the army. So now everyone has actually realized that there's this evil spirit that is going around here. And everyone is worried, particularly her, particularly him, Valentine, because, I mean, he knows that the sister is pure and stuff like that. So he's scared that, that the devil would just come there and just corrupt her soul and stuff like that. So in this area, he's actually praying to this medallion that he got to protect Marguerite while he's in the army. So this is a prayer, basically. So I'm going to call Mr. Kolani to come back on stage and sing the... So we don't do the recit. So Okay. I said I was not gonna sing this, and then during the interval, people heard me saying that, and they were not happy about it. So I'm gonna go back on stage. My voice is tired, but you know what? We soldier on. So I'm going to sing this. It's one of the most popular pieces of music. You know if I say Figaro, 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 you know what I'm talking about, right? Yes, that's the song. So that's what I'm going to sing. Is from the Barber of Seville. This guy is like, you can actually hear that he literally talks too much. He's a barber, you go there, you will definitely hear something. Always have something to say. So he's telling, he's talking about like where he's been with everyone. I mean, the contestants and stuff like that. He's been with the cavaliers, I've been with women and stuff like that. I service everybody. So he thinks he's like this most important person in town. So, yeah. I'm going to call Mr. Moise to come and conduct the Figaro. I got the right page. No, I had no choice. I had no choice. I didn't want to sing it. So. No, we're gonna do it after this. Yeah, it's after this. And then I'm going to call up on our choir and Miss Makatu to sing one of the I'm going to be emotional. This song. The reason why I love it so much is because the first time I actually heard this song, I was actually sitting there conducting, adjudicating the song. It was part of the Sase competitions. And I was taken by just the composition, the way it was done. It was done so beautiful. But you see, the thing is, if you listen to the message and you realize what's happening, particularly in this country, then you actually realize that this is such a relevant song to actually to be out there so that people can actually listen to it. It's sad because I actually happen to be one of the people who went through something very tragic with one of the females in my family being abducted, and then it did not end well. That's all I can say. I don't want to go deep because the last thing I want is to cry in front of people. Yes, especially in a white jacket. Yeah. So, and I thought, you know what, this year is the time to actually put this song on stage, and so that for the first time, it's not performed with the hope of winning a trophy, but it's performed just to send that special message. So they are going to sing Sekwanele, and the soloist will be Miss Mahatu, one of our teachers at St Dominic's. So we'll welcome her back on stage. Oh, and then the pianist is also in the staff, Amara. So, the talent. We have it all. then I'm going to welcome back Andres Eldridge to come and sing Some Enchanted Evening. How relevant. This is just to show off. I'm going to call on stage Angela, one of our students, to actually play the piano. Ladies and gentlemen, just listen to the skill. Listen to the skill. This is Angela. I forgot the name of the piece. I want to. Oh. Yeah, Frederick Kulau, Allegro Conspirito. So, just gonna stay far away so that when I start crying, people don't see me. to be like that when I grow up. Then we are going to close off with we're going to close off with a song from an operator, the Fledermaus, and very appropriate. The song says, because they are actually at a party. Now, after a few cocktails, now everyone is tipsy and tired and then they want to go to sleep. And then everyone is like, you know, erst ein Kuss, dann ein Du. So we just kiss, let's just kiss and say goodbye. So it's like the old German version of that song. So this is the song that says, let's just go home. So I hope you enjoy. Can I have my soloists in front, please? Breeder line. think, okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are not even going to do the thank yous. I'm just going to ask our soloists to come on stage. Miss Amara Condon, please go on stage. Mrs. Penny, please, I need you on stage. Mr. Mulefe, Mr. Mwatse. Just a token of thank you. And just to everyone who came and supported us, it is really, really, really appreciated. Mr. Elrich, you're a star. You are a star. You always hide at the back. Please come on stage. There was a little bit something small for you. And our orchestra. Ladies, today, flowers, wine, all those. Ladies and gentlemen, 2022 St Dominic concert. Thank you. And so this is the cast for the concert, St Dominic's 2022 opera concert. Well done. On that, excuse the pun, on that note, I want to wish everyone a safe trip home. Thank you for your support. It's highly appreciated.